Men will win any war as long as they have muscles behind their arms and a burning spirit within their souls. However, with muscles as strong as steel wires and bones as sturdy as iron, in the end, men will succumb to a creature called woman. Long ago, in the land of Java, there stood a great kingdom called Prambanan. This kingdom was ruled by a wise and mighty king named Prabu Baka. Prabu Baka had a very beautiful daughter named Roro Jonggrang. Her beauty was renowned across the land. Princes and young kings came to propose marriage, but Roro Jonggrang rejected all of their proposals. The peace of the Prambanan kingdom was disturbed when a powerful prince from the Penguin kingdom, named Bandung Bondowoso, arrived with a large army to conquer Prambanan. Bandung Bondowoso was known as a strong warrior who possessed the ability to control genies and wield extraordinary magical powers. With the strength of his army, Bandung Bondowoso easily defeated Prambanan's forces. Prabu Baka surrendered and fell in battle, leaving Prambanan under Bandung Bondowoso's control. After winning the war, Bandung Bondowoso entered the palace and saw Roro Jonggrang. He fell in love at first sight and tried to persuade Roro Jonggrang to become his queen. On the other hand, Roro Jonggrang still grieved the death of her father at Bandung Bondowoso's hands. She refused to marry the man who had destroyed her father's kingdom. However, Roro Jonggrang was reluctant to reject the proposal outright. She feared that Bandung Bondowoso might become angry and destroy the remaining people of Prambanan. Finally, Roro Jonggrang devised a cunning plan to reject the proposal. She set an impossible condition for Bandung Bondowoso to fulfill. "If you truly wish to marry me," said Roro Jonggrang, "I have one condition. Build me 1,000 temples in one night before sunrise." Bandung Bondowoso was surprised by the condition, but with his magical powers and the army of genies under his command, he was confident he could complete the task. With great confidence, Bandung Bondowoso accepted the challenge. That night, Bandung Bondowoso began his work. He summoned genies from all directions. The genies started building the temples at an incredible speed. Within a few hours, hundreds of temples had already been built. Roro Jonggrang grew anxious as she saw how quickly the construction was progressing. She began to worry that Bandung Bondowoso might actually complete the challenge. Roro Jonggrang then asked her maidens to help her sabotage Bandung Bondowoso's efforts. She woke up the village girls and ordered them to start pounding rice, lighting fires and carrying torches. She also instructed them to make noises with kitchen utensils, creating the illusion that dawn had arrived. Seeing the faint light in the eastern sky, the roosters in the palace began to crow. The genies, believing that morning had come, panicked. Thinking that dawn had broken, the genies stopped their work and returned to their realm, leaving the task incomplete. They were only one temple short of completing the required 1,000 temples. Bandung Bondowoso, who was counting the temples, was shocked to realize that only 999 had been finished. Realizing that he had been tricked, he was furious at Roro Jonggrang's deception. In his anger, Bandung Bondowoso cursed Roro Jonggrang. "Because you have cheated and deceived me, you shall become the final temple to complete the 1,000, he roared. In an instant, Roro Jonggrang's body turned to stone. She became a beautiful statue placed inside one of the temples, which is now known as Roro Jonggrang Temple. The legend of Roro Jonggrang teaches us about the consequences of deceit and trickery. Roro Jonggrang may have succeeded in rejecting Bandung Bondowoso's proposal, but she paid a high price as her body was cursed and turned into stone forever. Meanwhile, Bandung Bondowoso also serves as a symbol of male arrogance, which was ultimately defeated by a woman's cleverness.